Hey guys, how's it going? Laura with Garden Answer. Today I'm working on a couple of new containers. So this one and then one right to my left. They're flanking a brick pathway that leads up to our patio, and they're replacing a couple of boxwood topiaries that were right in these spots. The one on that side was completely dead and this one was on its way. So we took them out, and I thought that these containers filled with pretty flowers would be really nice in this spot. So these are called the Square Estate Planters from Crescent Garden, and we'll link it down below. They are 24 inches by 24 inches. I know I forget to add the dimensions in. I forget to tell you guys that detail a lot, so I remembered this time. And they're really lightweight. So they look like they could be a really heavy container, but they're not, which is really nice. So I'm gonna add some potting soil and some slow release fertilizer, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about all these pretty plants right behind me. So I'm going to start with my centerpiece first. This is a Graceful Grasses Prince Tut. They are such a cool grass to use as a centerpiece. So my plant looks very full and healthy, but it is a little bit on the short side. So this is the whole point of the video. I really wanted to, one, show you some really pretty plants, but I also wanted to encourage you guys, when you go down to the garden center and you're looking for plants to put in your containers, don't pass up the cool stuff just because it's a little bit on the small side that day, because most annuals grow super fast, and this Prince Tut is no exception. This one will get upwards of 30 inches tall, which will be the perfect size grass, perfect size centerpiece for this arrangement. And I know in the beginning I'm not going to be able to actually see much of it, but I'm going to be keeping it on a really consistent fertilizing schedule, and in no time this one will catch up with all the rest of them and it will look gorgeous. Okay, so the next plants I'm going to use are these salmon colored zonal geraniums. These ones are the plants that are going to kind of dwarf this grass just for a little while. Look at how gorgeous these are. These are a 6-inch size. I love coral. It's one of my favorite colors out in the garden. Coral and purple. Well, this whole arrangement I'm gonna love. So what I'm gonna do is kind of place these. I've got 3 for each container, and I'm gonna just kind of break the container up into thirds and get them planted. First, I like to groom off any leaves that look kind of bad. Oh, that is so pretty. All right, so next I'm gonna add a spilling element that's just foliage. I really wanted to bring a bright kind of pop, and these Ipomea light green will do that. And I'm gonna plant it right in the center in the front. Next, I'm gonna add some gorgeous color. These are Supertunia Priscilla. They're a double purple veined Supertunia that's just amazing. I grew these last year in the containers out by our barn. They did fantastic. I'm really looking forward to see how these look with all the different colors that'll be in this container. I think it'll be really pretty. And the last thing I'm gonna put in here are Superbell's Yellow Chiffon, and I think this is gonna bring a nice bright touch of color, and I'm just gonna put one on each side and then one on the back. I think that this container arrangement is absolutely gorgeous. Even without the centerpiece, like I can't wait till that grows in. I mean, that's gonna just make it over the top. So I know I put a lot of plants in here, you guys, but this container is quite large and the soil reservoir is deep, so they've got quite a ways to grow down. To encourage the most amount of blooms, you guys, it's the best idea to add a slow release fertilizer into the soil before you plant. That way you've got a slow, continuous feed going on, because these plants, they're workhorse plants. You know, if you want lots of blooms, you're gonna have to feed them a lot of food. So I always do a slow release fertilizer, and then I hit them with a water soluble fertilizer at least once a week, especially in the hot part of the summer, because that's when they're performing the most. And that's how you can really get the most out of your containers. All right, so now I'm gonna go plant up the second one. So I want to give you guys a backed up shot so you can see where these containers are at our house. And I went with the black container because of the black shutters. I thought that that would go really nicely together. And I think the style is really nice too. I think it goes really great with the house. And it ended up not being a super huge deal that the Prince Tut grasses aren't showing right now, because the geraniums kind of took over as the thriller for now. And then in a few weeks' time, we'll have a beautiful centerpiece grass. So I kind of get to enjoy them both ways. What they look like now, and then I get to see the transformation, and you guys will be able to see it too. We will put it in update videos and garden tours, so be watching out for those. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.